Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grow Your Business Smarter, Live Your Optimal Life TV show. Hi, I'm your host, Dr. Davia Shepherd from Ladies Power Lunch. So today I'm on vacation. I'm away, but not to worry. We do have an amazing show here lined up for you. Today, we have two parts to our show. For the first half hour, we're going to give you a little sneak peek into what we did a little bit earlier this month, which was our Ladies Power Lunch Fall Summit. We have an excellent presenter. She's going to present an outstanding workshop. And if you have some time, some pen and some paper, I invite you to participate in this because you will not leave unchanged. This is for the chronic overdoers, the people like you, like me, who are the do-it-alls, the ones who will just do it ourselves because you know what? Trying to get some help is going to take too long or it's going to be too hard. Or we have been burned before by trying to get others to try to help us. So I invite you to tune in and listen to the amazing, the one, the only Kathleen Troy as she shares with us about why being a chronic overdoer is not the way to grow our businesses, and actually why embracing the power of the collective is the way to go. Just as an insight, this was an excerpt from the Ladies Power Lunch Fall Summit called Ignite Your Leadership. She was one of our workshop presenters, and there were over 20 presenters who did an amazing job of helping us to really hone what leadership looks like now. So we're going to be giving you little sneak peeks into what that summit looked like every time I have to go out of town, or maybe I have to pull in an extra episode. So look out for those. For the second half of the show, for those of you who don't know what Ladies Power Lunch is all about, I'm going to spend a little time giving you a primer on Ladies Power Lunch, just telling you exactly what this free organization, this free movement of women who are here to support each other, what that is all about. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Grab your popcorn, grab your pen, grab your paper, because this is going to be worth your time. Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. And I'll be here live next time. Have a great rest of the day.
We're gonna welcome our next speaker, but before we do, welcome Kathleen Troy, who I have been looking forward to meeting in person for the longest. You ever have somebody that you've met virtually and you just assumed that you'd met in person, and then after a while you realize, hang on, we actually haven't met. I actually just met her in person for the first time this morning. So she's going to do a transformational workshop with us this morning. And she says, this is an exploration of how I and many of us learned that if we wanted something done right, we must do it ourselves. How many of us ever had that feeling? Come on, don't be shy. You know, you're just like me. I would put both my hands up, except I'm also holding a mic, right? This messaging, says Kathleen, is archaic and has set many of us up for isolation and exhaustion. Now, I feel like I just need to stay up here with Kathleen while she does this presentation, because I actually went through a physical, like medical condition as a result of just overdoing things by myself. So it's real. Listen to Kathleen. She is going to give you sincere wisdom in just a few minutes. Our culture and its subconscious messaging, as well as early school experiences, have shaped our limited beliefs in many nuanced ways. Parents of a certain generation thought it was weak to ask for help. but we can shift this narrative. So Kathleen's going to do a really outstanding workshop with us this morning, one that I think is going to be very beneficial. But before we dive into that, I'm going to give us two little housekeeping things. And it's just an opportunity for us to make the most of this networking opportunity that we have with us today. So Brittany is handing out a little handout for you today. If you are joining with us on Zoom, you actually do have this handout in the email that Sandy sent to you over the weekend. And basically, it's just a little networking tool that gives you an opportunity to do all the things that are available to you. So there are things that you can check off. The first person to finish a scavenger hunt is actually going to get a little prize. So pay attention to Kathleen, but also do the scavenger hunt. One of the signature things that we do at Ladies Power Lunch Summits is we all have our little flags. So I would love if everybody could grab your flag. There's one for everyone. You should have them on your table. You also have a marker. And if you're joining us virtually and you got your swag in time, then you should also have your flag as well. And what I would love for you to do is to take a moment, just take a deep breath in, hold that breath, and do a nice exhale all the way out. And just think of a word of intention. What do you want to have happen as a result of us having this time together today? What is your intention for us getting together in this space? And then I want you to write that word on your flag. And today, when we have something that happens that you feel is outstanding, I would invite you to just wave your flag of intention and let's enjoy the rest of today. Kathleen, I invite you to please come and share with us the power of the collective. Kathleen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Dr. Davia. Oh my gosh, is she the most divine, excruciatingly beautiful gem of a human? And excruciatingly beautiful. And the way we know she's exquisite is look at the reflection of all of her facets in this room. This is what she attracts with her light. Thank you. Thank you. And I don't know how to follow Brittany. Brittany, that was so, I became mush. That was so, I would follow you. If you did speak all day, I would have been good. My name is Kathleen Troy and my business is Second Spring Coaching. I'm an ICF certified coach. I coach humans. I had focused on men initially thinking we all rise, but I missed women. And now it's humans. Welcome to all of you, Facebook land, Zoom land. The conversation I'd like to have today is about healthy priorities. Yes, I thought I had to do everything myself. I saw that these are my people with all the hands that raised that thought you had to do it yourself to get it done. Who could admit that that's not sustainable for life, right? Wheels fall off. I became scary mommy. I became scary wife. I became scary, thinking I was doing it all. And it took a few different programs through self-care for me to really get what healthy priorities means. So I believe we are all very strong as collaborators when we get our own needs met. Does anyone relate to that? When we set our boundaries and get our own needs met, we are much stronger in our energy to support and collaborate with others. So that's the foundation of what this exercise is today. Now we've had this beautiful healing with Brittany, and we met some wonderful people already, but I actually love when strangers meet and have intimate conversations and get vulnerable. Who's with me? Who's with me? Okay, good, yes. So today, the lesson I'm going to go over, everyone should have a healthy priorities worksheet. Do you have one? If you don't, there are extra ones on the table, and you have a magnificent white pen, the most magnificent pen Thank you. And if you don't have that in your goodie bag, we have extra pens right here, or if yours isn't working. Thank you, Barb. Barb provided those. All right, so a little bit about me. As I mentioned, I didn't mention this yet. I was a workaholic and a mother, and the thing that mattered most to me in life was being a mother. That was my purpose. That's what I want. I wanted kids. I have two beautiful daughters. I reared them with my beautiful husband of 34 years, Tahir, my daughter, Jamila, 32, Sophia, 29. And then they grew up and they left. I didn't want that to happen. So what was next? What was next? Next was being a caretaker for all of my friends. I would go, oh my gosh, I have the most dramatically challenged friends. I wonder, luckily I'm healthy for them. No, no, more caretaking. I had to get to my purpose, and my purpose wasn't being everybody else's caretaker. Does anyone relate to that? I hope so. How could we not? So a tool, an exercise was presented in our coaching program. I met Liz Hill in our coaching program, and I've seen it in different iterations. The person who's helped me most in this room and in life with my healthy priorities is Elizabeth Hill. She is my coach, and she always brings me back to being. But what I want you to do today is eyeball someone in the room you don't know and listen to me for a moment. Everyone has the healthy priorities worksheet. And at home, you're going to either have it in email or it will be presented to you. But they've studied the people who are living life abundantly, who feel purposeful, present, mindful, and buoyant. Let's refer to them for today's purposes as the cork people who bounce on the waves and seem that circumstances happen, but they keep going. They've ranked these 5 priorities in a certain way in life. And we'll put that to the side for a moment. I'd like you all just privately, before you link up, who and what are getting the most attention in your life? We have family, friends. Oh, yes? Yes. Currently, pay no attention to the cork people. Currently, not what we wish, currently. And I will admit mine right shortly. Family, friends, work that is meaningful, that can be also volunteer work. It's not always what you get paid to do, but your passion project. Spouse, if applicable, that is not a religious, I am not telling you if you're not married, the person doesn't matter. Is it messy if you two were to disengage? How's that? And self, mind, body, spirit. So just take a moment, stream of consciousness, and rank where you are presently. Understand that this is not an indictment of where you are presently. There's no judgment. We've all been at different stages in this priorities at different times, depending on if you have a newborn baby, it's very different than being an empty nester, okay? Just circumstances occur. It's really just an opportunity to explore another way of operating. That is the building block I'm here to share. Does everyone have an idea pretty much? Okay, so now you can write this on the empty space beside the family, friends, work, spouse, self. The survey shows the people who 90% of the time feel buoyant, purposeful, loving, passionate. They rank self, mind, body, spirit 1, spouse, if applicable 2, work that is meaningful 3, friends and family are interchangeable. You know, Brittany touched on that in hers. It's an ideal world if family's 4 and friends are 5, but that didn't happen for everyone. DNA is not always, bloodline isn't always the safe place. And many of us have found friends who become family, so they're interchangeable. So now the fun is I'm going to ask you to break up with someone you haven't had an intimate, vulnerable conversation with and spend 7 minutes, 3.5 each, sharing what you received from your lineup or what is perceived as the elevated lineup. I don't want to make anything right or wrong, but the core people lineup. So find a partner. And when we come back after 7 minutes, I will share what this did for me. No woman left behind, no human left behind. I'd rather you be with 3 people than 1 person left out. And I trust that you can all jump up and find a stranger right now. You can do it. I'm really pushing. This is what coaches do. And on our breakout rooms, I hope you're with somebody you don't know. Okay, you can do it.
Everybody on the
Trust
Zoom, if
you
you
all.
want to unmute and we can have a conversation here.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm asking for the document. So as soon as I get it, I can post it here. Any, since we don't have the document, any kind of
Be back at
thoughts or
11:37. 11:37, we'll be
or-
back to share a little bit more.
questions or responses to what Kathleen has been talking about? Yeah, Christy.
So I am a natural healer now. I came into this part of myself when I was 55, and the prior parts of my life, I can relate to the beginning part of her conversation where she said, you know, she was managing everything. And I felt that too. I have my own business. I had a family, house, etc. And I felt I was helping everybody. But one time my stepmother said to me, "You're so controlling. You're controlling your children." And I never saw it from that perspective because I thought I was being a helper.
And how has that changed how you do your business?
So I do like one-to-one guide work with people. So it's more bringing them the power to see their choices rather than helping them make their choices, because we all have to make our own choices, right? So
Yeah.
it's more providing the information, but allowing that everyone has their free will to make their choices. And not being upset if someone doesn't take your advice. I mean, that's a big part of coaching, isn't it? That sometimes people don't always choose what we might think is best for them. So I think maybe the bottom line is giving without expectation. Thank you.
Thanks, Christy. Kelly, you had something too?
Well, I can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Oh,
There we go. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to be here today. And thank you for sharing, Christy. I truly loved that the bloodline is not always a safe place. That's something that I think I've had to learn very recently. I'm 56, I think. And I've always been a healer. I've been in hairdressing for a long time. I feel like I've been coaching forever. And it's new. I graduated over a year ago from HCI as a health coach and life coach, certified coaching person, whatever I am. But the healing part of it is really, really something that when you said that about the mother-in-law or mothers telling you that you were controlling, I've found that not recently, but I think it's been an aha moment for me to realize that there are certain people who are going to want to hear you. And there's the people that don't want to even go there, i.e. husband, i.e. mother-in-law, i.e. somebody, and they're going to put that negative spin on it. So the greatest thing I think that has come to me is just getting that intuition, getting that knowledge of, okay, they're not the right person, that they're not ready to hear you. Or I still try to plant a seed. I still try to give it in a loving way, but without judgment, without that fear of I just know the warning sign. Okay, he is not ready to hear that. So I walk, you just have to take that step back and say, it's not, he's not the person for me to try to get my message to, or it's not ready to be heard right now. So that was a really great thing for me to hear, is
If
the
somebody
bloodline.
hasn't spoken yet, switch partners, please.
Thanks, Kelly. Mary Ann, did you want to say something?
I just have a question. I had to actually step out, so I missed even the whole list of the 5 things that she said. Could you just run through those real quick, or either put them in the chat for me?
I was having a hard time too, because I was looking for the document. So
Okay.
I'm probably not the best one to, go ahead,
I
Christy.
think I might have most of them. So I think the first one was self and spirituality might have been with that. And then partner. And then career. And then I think children. Maybe, I don't know. And there was also family/friends, which could flip-flop. Maybe your friends are more than your family. Like extended family, I think. I hope that's kind of close.
Thank you.
And I think what we were doing too, Marianne, is just, any reactions or thoughts about what Kathleen was talking about in any part of the presentation so far. Like, I know for me, I've always been so fiercely independent, and really working on that over the last probably 3 or 4
Okay,
years.
one
And
more
so the
minute.
collaboration is so
Come back and
important.
share.
I would think for me, mine has been more dependent, just because of how I was indoctrinated with religious beliefs, that I had to be dependent on other people to provide for me. So mine is just the opposite. I'm trying to become a little bit more independent and not be controlled by, be my own sovereign. Because the family teaching, the church teaching was so toxic, and I didn't get to leave until my mid-40s, and I'm almost 64. So I've been at it for a little while, but yeah, knowing that the family's not always the best people to be around.
Okay.
Certainly not the ones to share with.
Eager to have
Yeah.
a couple of
Thanks,
people
Marianne.
share if they're willing. This conversation doesn't have to end. I think it might be one of the most important that you can take back to your families, to your friends. Present it to people that you love. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay, I have to say, how exhilarating is this to meet strangers and feel so aligned? What is it like for you? How many people had that experience of, oh my gosh, that's good. How many of us love that women can approach each other and have a meaningful conversation on the, right? That's who we are. That's the joy that's available. Oh, and if we could look at every human and know that it's right there under the surface, it really is. Thank you. So I will divulge that when I first had this exercise presented to me, I was number 5. If there'd been a 6, I would have been a 6. And my husband would have been neck and neck. He was as low a priority in my life as I was for me. So we can imagine how that was playing out at home. That was a mess. And I felt skewered when I was told to be on number 5 is to be a martyr. It's like, martyr, skewered. I felt skewered because it was a bullseye. All right. And if I didn't have that moment of awareness, I couldn't be here today. And it's the gift I want for everyone to You know, there's somebody has said to me, and now I say it in my coaching, what would you want for your best friend? Then want that for you, right? So if I'd like to know if, and if you don't want to admit, you don't have to, but there's no shame or schmutz. Did anyone else come out as a 5? Was anyone 5? Yeah. Yeah, I love you. I love you so dearly. Can we all thank our martyr love who got us here? That got whatever lineup got us this far. There's no wrong. There's no wrong. It's that there's another truth that could be available if you choose to start setting boundaries, start saying no, start saying, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on that. Can be a step toward healing. And what I leave with you is what I said. I want for you what you want for your best friend. That is what I want for you. Thank you for joining today and for taking a risk and sharing with a stranger who has now become a friend. Thank you all for your attention.
I wanted to just pop in really quickly today to say hi, to let you know I'm still here. I am recovering from Summit. It was such a wonderful summit. For those of you who are watching along with us today here inside the Ladies Power Lunch group, if you enjoyed Summit, just put a heart emoji in the chat. I enjoyed Summit so much, from the amazing authors that shared their stories with us. You know, they work so hard to share Ignite Your Leadership with us. They work so hard to come on stage and share their stories with us. So that was wonderful. To everybody who's working behind the scenes, doing such a tremendous job to make everything happen and run smoothly. You know, the management and staff of our facility, everybody who was working on the tech side of things to make things happen. Sandy, who was head cook and bottle washer, making sure that everything happened. Everybody who was supposed to get into the event was able to get in. Say thank you to our sponsors, without whom none of this would have been even financially viable. It just would not have been a go. It would just not have happened at all. You know what? I'm feeling called to pull a card. Cards are calling. The cards, they are calling. And when the cards call, one must answer. So yesterday I was on a call with my friend, and she pulled a card for me from this deck. And so I'm going to pull a card from this deck today as well. And the card is Ride the Wave. It's from Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map Oracle deck. And the card I just pulled is Ride the Wave. And it says, it's upright, and it says, right now, success is easy and effortless. So this card is for me, but this card is for you as well. Right now, success is easy and effortless. You can be assured that you are entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide has turned, and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you are definitely on the right path. That feels so reassuring, so reassuring. And, you know, especially after we've had such a affirming, confirming, energy enlivening, enlightening summit. energy sustaining summit, a summit that raised all our vibrations after we've had such a really just beautiful, beautiful opportunity to get together and be in each other's energetic space, whether it was in person or whether it was virtually. Because trust me, the virtual sessions were pretty happening as well. Whichever piece you happen to be able to get in on, whether it was the pieces that were 100% free, like the initial session, which was on Sunday night, where we all got together for happy hour, or whether it was the girls' night in with Hannah, which was also free, or whether it was the happy hour in person at where were we? We were down by Water's Edge, which was open bar. Anybody could show up. There were no limitations on that. 100% free. Anybody could show up for that. Or if you bought a ticket and you came to the summit event, you came in person, or if you bought a ticket and you joined us online and you joined us virtually, whether you only came for the bonus event or you joined us virtually and you only caught the replays, however your energy ended up joining our energy, it doesn't matter. As long as you are part of that container, we welcome you. We're happy that you were able to be a part of it. And the energy that is Summit continues to really permeate the work that we're doing here in the Ladies Power Lunch group. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who was a part of making that happen. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported us, not just this time, but over the years, because let's see, we've been doing this for a long time. And we've been doing many summits. I can't even remember right off the top of my head now how many summits we've done up to this point, but we've done a lot of summits. And so for those of you, our sponsors who support us year in and year out, or people who show up for summit year in and year out, you know, we really appreciate you. We really thank you. And we want you to know that we see you, we appreciate you, and we are ready. We're getting ready. Okay, we're not completely ready yet, but we are getting ready for the next summit, which is going to be, mark your calendars, March 20th and 21st, 2023. So get ready for 2023 because it's a coming. Let me give you some calendar updates while I'm here. I am looking at over here at my calendar, and you know, we have lots going on in Set Ladies Power Lunch group all day long, every day. We have every day, there is an accountability prompt. There is an opportunity for you to come in the group and have some conversation in the chat, get to know each other. There's a prompt there every single day. So you can come in and you can comment and you can get to know each other. But every single Wednesday, and sometimes on a Saturday, there's an opportunity for you to drop in your website or whatever you have going on, like your, I don't know, you have some offers or some events or things going on, you can always feel free to share that stuff on a Wednesday or on a Saturday. Those are usually the days that we invite you to do that. And then on a Friday is Follow Friday. So usually there is also an opportunity for you to drop things like your social media handle. Right now for this month, we are really pushing for you to connect on LinkedIn, because I'm always doing some courses or some kind of learning. And what I've learned is that really and truly opportunities for connecting on LinkedIn are opportunities for putting money in your pocket. Literally opportunities for putting money in your pocket. And so every Friday for this month, I have made an opportunity for you to put your LinkedIn handle in the Ladies Power Lunch group. Just look for the prompt and drop your LinkedIn handle and follow the other ones. Next month, we're going to be looking at a different social media platform. So watch for that. On Tuesdays, on Tuesdays, we've always been promoting a thought for the day, and we call it Tuesday Truth. But here's what I've learned. I've learned that while it's really, really nice to promote a thought for the day that's meaningful, it's even more meaningful when the thought for the day comes from one of our members. Because the truth is, and I say it all the time, inside our group, there is so many of us are here that are so smart and so wise and have so much to share. So I'm going to continue with that trend for Tuesdays going forward, where I'm just going to keep sharing quotes from our members, quotes that our members come up with, quotes that our members find to be brilliant. So keep looking for that on a Tuesday. And on a Monday, it's always Power Monday. So anything that you're finding that's giving you that oomph, that push, that energy for the week, go ahead and come into the group and share about how are you getting energy for the week? What's giving you that boost? Are you doing yoga? Is it making lists? What's giving you energy for the week? How are you powering your week? Share it with us, because chances are your sharing might be the thing that helps us to also power our week. Maybe it might be that you're meditating or journaling or pulling a card or something, tapping, or maybe there's something that you're doing that might be able to inform us, give us some ideas for how we can power our week as well, how we can be better. So that's Mondays is Power Mondays. Tuesdays, we're going to keep posting a thought for the day from one of our members. Wednesdays is the day that you get to post, share your websites, share what you're up to, share what new offers or what new things you have going on. Thursdays, that's a fun day. That's a day when we get a chance to increase our know, like, and trust factor. So it's Tell Us Thursday, and we'll always have something fun for you to share. And I would love to see all of us really participating heavily with that. And then, of course, on Fridays, that's Follow Friday, that's when I am really, really, really strongly recommending that we follow each other on all our different social media networks. And I will post to say, okay, this is the one that we're focusing in on this week. This is the one that we're focusing in on this month, whatever. Just stay tuned to know what that is. On Saturdays, that's always going to be an opportunity for us to share. It might be that I might say, hey, drop a selfie and share about your business, or tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and share about your business, or share about a testimonial and share about your business. But whatever it is, it's going to be an opportunity for you to share about the sales or the celebrations that you have going on or whatever it is. And then Sunday is always going to be that self-love and that self-care and all of that wonderful, just delicious stuff that we can all enjoy on a Sunday. Interesting stuff. All right, let's see. I am trying to make sure that we stay broadcast. So one of the ways that we stay broadcast is by plugging in. There we go. Look at that. Look how much brighter things can be when you plug in. It makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, so that's as far as the prompts go. Again, participating with the Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group is completely free. And I do invite you to share about the group with your friends who you think might benefit from the group, because it's really a great opportunity for all of us to just network with each other. Rising tide lifts all boats, ladies. and the few gentlemen who have found this to be a wonderful home as well. Rising tide lifts all boats. And when we all come together, when we all link arms together, everybody wins. Every single person wins. So I invite us all to participate. And the more you put in, the more you get out. In addition to the prompts that are in the group, you have a tremendous opportunity to participate in the shows. So every Tuesday, we do have the Ladies Power Lunch TV show, and that is going to be, you can find that at growsmarternotharder.com/TV. Really, really easy for you to participate in that. It's a full hour TV show, but the first half hour is just devoted to me having conversation with whomever is our guest. But after that first half hour, I switch gears. And then what I do is I give you who have tuned in as our audience the opportunity to introduce yourself and introduce your business to my Win-Win Women audience, which is an international audience. You have not taken advantage of this, not really in any significant way. So I would invite you on a Tuesday, just tune in, come on into the room. And as long as we're broadcasting live, which most Tuesdays we are, come on in and come have conversation with us. Share with everybody who you are and what you're doing. A lot of the times when we put these up and they are there for posterity, and the Win-Win women come in and they watch them, and you never know. You might meet somebody reaching out to you who's watched this from some place that you would never ever have had an opportunity to connect with them otherwise. So there's an opportunity there. So that's something that's available to you 100% free of cost on a Tuesday. On Thursdays, our podcasts go live. So if you would like to tune into our podcast, just go to growsmarternotharder.com/podcast, or you can find us wherever you find podcasts, where your podcatcher of choice. Just go to, for example, Apple Podcast or Spotify or iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcast, and look for the Ladies Power Lunch podcast, and you'll find us there. And basically, you will find your very nearest and dearest friends. The most recent podcast, I think, was the episode with Chanel Shamanlal, and she did an outstanding job. Let me just tell you, she did really, really well. Her podcast was fire. If you haven't heard it, and she was talking about manifesting, if you haven't heard it, you need to go listen to that particular episode. So Tuesdays is our TV show. Thursdays, we drop our podcasts. And then Fridays, we have Free Gift Friday. And we come in here inside our private little Facebook group, and that's an opportunity where you can either join us inside the Ladies Power Lunch portal, growsmarternotharder.com/login, or you can just join right inside the Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group and simply tune in. And that's all you need to do to win a prize. And every single person who tunes in gets a prize. That's the beauty of it. And often it's not just me talking. Often we do have guests. And often, every single time there is a guest, there's a special prize. But once you tune in, there are prizes to be had. So lots of free things that go on inside the Ladies Power Lunch group, and all aimed at giving you an opportunity to grow your business. and not to grow your business with the hustle and the bustle and the stress and the strain. A lot of the times we think, oh my goodness, it's so hard. And why isn't this going easier? And oh, I really wish things were going easier. And the truth is that there is an easier way, but we just haven't tuned in to the easier way. We haven't noticed the easier way, or the easier way is over here, but we're looking over there. And so I would suggest to you, look at the top of the group, the Ladies Power Lunch group. Look all the way at the top, scroll all the way up to the top, and you will see that there is a tab at the top that is announcements. And you will see that in the announcements, there are perhaps 4 separate posts that explain the free things that we do in Ladies Power Lunch, the things that we do to raise funds for charity. And then there are also 2 posts that explain some of the things that we do that might cost you a little bit of money, but also that might help you to grow your business at a faster pace. So I want to just take a couple of minutes to explain to you that right now, in this very moment, as I am speaking to you, we are enrolling our next group of collaborators for Ladies Power Lunch, the next group of people who will be part of the Ladies Power Lunch Visibility Circle. Ladies Power Lunch Visibility Circle? You've never heard of it? No? What is that? Ladies Power Lunch Visibility Circle, it's not a coaching group. It's not about coaching. It is actually a framework that we have built out. And it has basically 7 moving parts. And often when I try to explain it to people, their eyes glaze over because 7 moving parts can be a bit overwhelming for people. But the beauty of it is that we've figured out how to make those 7 moving parts move seamlessly and easily so that it's easy and seamless for you. What Visibility Circle is an opportunity for you to get your business seen and heard in front of 20 to 50,000 of your ideal clients through the process of basically collaboration. So this is not figuring out an algorithm. That's not what this is about. This is about getting together in an organized and a structured way with 19 other collaborators and having some very, very knowledgeable experts working alongside you to make sure that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right things to be seen, be heard, and be visible. So, for example, you're going to end up doing, through the course of these 12 months, certain things like publishing and becoming a best-selling author. And if you're already one, it's going to be even better because being a part of our publishing process is also going to help you shine a light on your previous or upcoming publishing projects. And if you're not yet an author, it'll be a nice little segue into future publishing projects. So it's a beautiful win-win for everybody. It's an opportunity for you to do collaborative branding. It's an opportunity for you to do some collaborative list building. It's an opportunity for you to get into that collaborative podcasting, collaborative streaming TV. It's an opportunity for you to get into doing collaborative events. There are so many things that we are focused on. And if you were to sit down and do it all by yourself, it's 100% possible. Absolutely. And we can sit down and talk about it. I show you exactly how, and you can do it. Or you can come and do it with us, and we can have a ton of fun doing it together. And you can also link arms with us, and we can have just a tremendous time supporting each other. Because one thing that I know for sure, and you all hear me talk about collaboration a whole lot. I love collaboration so much that I wrote this book, Grow Smarter: Collaboration Secrets to Transform Your Income and Impact, about collaboration, because I feel really, really strongly about collaboration. But here's the truth is, collaboration is just a vehicle, because the underlying principle, the really important thing, is that we as women in business get our voices heard in the bigger national picture, that our voices, voices of peace and love and unity, the voices of higher vibration, get heard on the national stages in a much, much bigger way. And that's what I'm all about. That's what Barb is all about. And that's what Elizabeth is all about. And we're just three of the experts, basically, that are going to be working side by side with you as we help you deliver this visibility as we go through one full year together in the Ladies Power Lunch Visibility Circle. So we are enrolling. We are actively enrolling. We are opening our arms and saying, this is an invitation. We are asking you, would you like to join us? Would you like to be a part of our group? The investment to join our group, is it okay if I share that with you here? It's really, really, it's really an affordable investment, I think. It's $597 per month for those of you who like to pay monthly. So it's a down payment of $597 and then 11 monthly payments of $597. So 12 payments of $597 in total. And if you would like more information about exactly what all the details of Visibility Circle are, I invite you to go to growsmarter.com/visibility. Because let me bottom line it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I welcome you too. You are invited. Will you join us? Many of us who left corporate, we worked what was supposed to be a 9 to 5, and we failed miserably at 9 to 5 because we were already working way more than 9 to 5. And then we left that and we came and we worked in our own business and quickly went to working 24/7. Am I right? I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me. So I want to invite you to give some consideration to, let's grow. Let's grow our income. Let's grow our impact. Let's grow our reach. Let's get that message that we have been brought here to share out there into the larger audiences that are losing sleep at night because they need that message that we need to share with them. If you would like to know more, if you have questions, specific questions for me, just send me a private message on Facebook. I am really, really open to having conversation with you in that way. Just look for me on Facebook, send me a private message, and I will respond very, very quickly and very, very easily to that. Otherwise, if you want to just check out our website, go to Grow Smarter, Not Harder. Not harder, guys. Grow Smarter, Not Harder.com/visibility. And that's where you'll get all the information about the Ladies Power Lunch Visibility Circle. We are actively enrolling. We really, really are looking forward to filling our cohort. We have room for 20 beautiful souls. And I think we're at the stage where we have room for 14 more people to join with us. It could be 14, I think so. So if you're one of those 14, we do welcome you with open arms and great abundance. So happy to have you. It is Free Gift Friday. And so of course, to say thank you for joining us and thank you for watching all the way to the end. Did you see the card I pulled? Because the card I pulled was magical. The card I pulled said, right now, success is easy and effortless. Easy and effortless. I feel like that ties in beautifully with what all we're talking about today. So your free gift, 16 free gifts for you to choose from, should you choose to choose them. Go to growsmarternotharder.com/bundle and just choose whichever free gift you would like. Have a wonderful weekend, my dear, dear friends. I love you all so much. Can you tell? Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.